Yeah, so when talking of the cloud, in Nigeria, we don't really have a physical data center.
Okay.
So a cloud is where all infrastructure are being located. For example, a business organizations that want to store its videos, images, data, and necessary information can be stored on the cloud. Comparing, for example, in Africa, we only have a physical data center in South Africa and not Nigeria. But I hope Nigeria are still working on it to ensure we have
physical data center the cloud.
Exactly.
Okay, so we don't have a physical data center, which is supposed to be our cloud.
We don't have a physical data center currently in Nigeria.
So what do? We pay to put our materials
exactly
in another country's cloud.
Yeah. So what we have,
really?
So what we have currently in Nigeria, if we want to deploy any app, for example, we want to build an app that will be currently working effectively and efficiently, we need to ensure everything has been done on the cloud to ensure that everybody will have access to it. But we don't have a physical data center in Nigeria where it can be stored. So we deploy to either Europe, South Africa's that are closer to us. But when talking of cloud is a growing market now in the world where even Africans are really diverting into to ensure the help business organization move into cloud, to help business organization also skilled and reduce costs in their business context.
Okay, so you talked about, when you started, you were talking more of using these things to solve business challenges. So my question is this, tell us, walk us through a real-life project you've done that you used cloud data skills to solve a business challenge.
Yeah, there was a time, recently I was given a project by a business organization. The company is currently in Nigeria, and likewise, they are also based in outside the country as well. So they have been unable to predict their business context. And likewise, their inventory has not been that effective. So what my team and I ensure is we build a dashboard. So there's something called Microsoft Power BI. So we use those important and necessary tools that they need, like the Microsoft Excel, the Microsoft Power BI, to build an effective dashboard. Now, what will the dashboard doing? Now, the dashboard will be performing generally two things. In the data perspective, we call it semantic model and the visualization. Okay. Now, the semantic model will help ensure clean all their messy data, all their dirty data, because the company itself does not really have, they don't really have data engineering or data analysts in their team. So what we do at first to ensure we use a tech task skill, which is Microsoft Excel, and something called Power Query to ensure we clean their data and migrate and extract it to Power BI to visualize it. Now, why visualizing it? The visualization talks well about all their insights, like their market reports, their sales reports, the company's information, where they need to improve, where they need to ensure they maximize, where they need to ensure they minimize their costs, and all those important information that will help them to that will help their stakeholders make effective decisions. And likewise, on the cloud, so we have a company called CoSphere Nexus Limited. So CoSphere Nexus Limited is being established by myself and my team. So we are currently working on a project, so it will still be launched. So the project is majorly to help Nigeria and Africa So majorly we are using cloud tools like AWS, the Microsoft, and some others important cloud tools to help ensure that we are able to integrate this and solve Nigeria's problem. So we are currently into it by using the cloud services.
Okay.
How safe are the information there? Safety.
To ensure effective safety, there's something we call encryption in the cloud.
Okay.
And likewise, the cloud has something called redundancy, where the cloud storage and the safety is 99.9999% safe. So our data cannot, so with the encryption, now the individual or the business organization trying to save an information or their material on the cloud, they will have to encrypt it. Now, by encrypting it, even though the Microsoft employees or others that have access to Microsoft won't have access to it.
Okay.
So that's why Microsoft ensure they encrypt all data with 99.9999 with 99.999% safety. So when talking of the payment structure, so that is why cloud computing comes in. Previously before cloud computing, we have something called physical data center, as I've said earlier. So if I want to ensure I use some information, I would like to buy the hard drive, I would have to buy storage, buy server, buy networking, buy electricity, and then which all these saves is expensive, but with the cloud. So, and thanks to the cloud. Now, so on the cloud, we are only paying for exactly what we are using for. Now, let's assume that I want to, so okay, there was a time I work on Konga websites, and exactly they needed to upload something on their website for just 3 months. Now, they are only paying for that 3 months.
Okay.
Now, immediately the 3 months elapses, they won't pay for it again. So that's why we call cloud pay as you go.
So they will retrieve their data back?
Yeah, exactly.
And how are you so sure that it's not stored, that the cloud does not still retain something?
Yeah, so it's called life cycle management. So on the cloud, so immediately we are done using any of the information on the cloud, so we migrate it to something called archive. So immediately so let's assume that I specify that I'll be using the data for 90 days. Now, so within that 90 days, I'm done using it. So I can move it to archive. So immediately, archive will delete the information in the cloud, of which it won't be accessible in the cloud again. So if I need it, I can go onto the cloud to ensure I do something called maybe object replications or some other important things that we need to ensure we retrieve that data back. So generally, we retrieve it back. So generally, AWS, the Microsoft, they have to ensure effective and 100% safety in the cloud, and they help ensure that they minimize costs. They minimize because they have competitors. Like we have Oracle, we have Way, and so it's just as pay as you go. So it is exactly what you are using that you are paying for.